Good morning
Good afternoon,
and good evening, and welcome to the
Mr. and Mrs. in Business.
podcast. I'm Chris,
I'm Helen.
and today's a very sad day, but a very exciting day because
Mm,
that will be the last time we actually say that intro.
it is.
It is. So, to put a bit of context around that, we're not going anywhere. We're just going through a name change, season change. The podcast has evolved like any business would evolve, which is one of the
Yeah.
things I love about business, actually, but that's for a conversation for another day. But we started off with season one. Was it 3 years ago?
Started at home in our home office.
In the home office, yeah, garden. In the
Garden
home office,
Yeah.
and we built a set out of pretty much nothing of stuff we already had. Got a couple of cameras going, and we started recording a podcast.
Yeah,
And
because we wanted to be open and honest about business and life, and we felt like we were establishing relationships and helping ourselves through doing that.
therapy.
And it felt like therapy sessions. So what started from wanting to help others also helped us. So
And then that was the whole premise of it, wasn't it, really? It was to be open, honest, and just to say that just because everyone says they're smashing it doesn't mean they really are. So we're going to give you, as we said in every intro, the good, the bad, the ugly, really. We went through it all. And that was what season one was all about. And
Yeah.
then season two came, and we wanted to switch it up a little bit. So we brought the studios into the office. We built dedicated studios for two Krakens. And that was more about interviewing other business owners of similar size, wasn't it? Sort of getting there. You heard some of our experiences, and that was then about speaking to these people and them talking about their experience in business.
yeah. Any tips they had to share, their highs, their lows, the in between. And they're like interesting stories that
Yes.
you wouldn't get to know unless you actually had a conversation with them. So that was really interesting and fun as well. And it was nice to hear that they were like, oh, do a podcast. Oh, I've not done one before. Came and had a chat with them. Podcast done.
Yeah, exactly
So
that.
love that.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And season three, year three, has now come. And the reason for the change, I feel like we have to sort of give you a bit of context of why we're going through this change. So if you've been following the episodes, you will know that last year, me and Helen went to Ideas Fest, something that I'd never done anything like that before, totally out of my comfort zone. We did a whole episode on it. So if you haven't seen it, check that out. It's really interesting. In fact, it's one of my worst nightmares kind of thing, but actually I'm so glad I did it, and it's changed so many things for us in more ways than one. But like I said, that we've done a whole episode of that, so check it out.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we realised at that event was that we need to be braver, have more courage.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because we
And
have
to be more open.
right,
For you
yeah,
to even go in the first place.
yeah, and something that we hear a lot of is if you just ask somebody for some help or some information or some tips, they'll give it to you. And what we found was when we were speaking to lots of businesses similar size to ourselves, was that they weren't that forthcoming actually with information. And so I always thought, well, people that have sold for hundreds of millions or that have worked at these massive organizations, well, if the smaller company aren't going to give us the information, bigger companies and leaders and experts definitely aren't going to. And that's sort of just totally changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, we realised that if you find the right people that are willing to help, then you can all help each other. And it's just
Absolutely.
such a community what they've built with Ideas
Yes.
Fest. It's opened a whole new thing for us, hasn't it?
It has. It
And
really
we met
has.
some incredible people there and connections.
We have, and that is the reason for season three and why we've had to do this, or why we've decided to do this whole change, isn't it? So we've realised that we got to speak to some amazing people at Ideas Fest, made some amazing connections. Afterwards, those connections have just sort of grown, and we've become, I think, friends with lots of these people.
Yeah.
And what we decided was having these conversations with them, we were picking up all these nuggets, and we were like, hold on. This stuff would transform so many people's businesses if they could only hear it.
Yeah.
And so it was almost like a duty of, well, they've given us some of this information. We need to now give this to everybody else because other people might not be courageous just yet or have the confidence or even know that they're doing something wrong or that something could be done better. So season 3, we've gone through a change in lots of ways. It's still me and Helen. talking the truths about business, but we're asking some people now that are probably, for lots of us, quite a few steps ahead of where we are. So we wanted to change the name because it didn't feel like it really fit what we're moving into, did it?
Yeah.
It's a lot
And
more.
we were finding that a lot of these people literally did build what they have from scratch.
Yes.
Building their career like exponentially through real grit, or building a massively successful business from their bedroom to hundreds of millions of pounds. And it just felt natural to evolve
the right
the
time.
name.
Yeah, so everything's changed. So there's a new name, there's a new artwork, there's a new theme,
New branding.
I think the only thing that stayed the same is me and you interviewing people and trying to glean out as much information as we possibly can for them, for everyone to listen to. So we are so excited for this season.
Even our branded clothing has changed.
Even the branded clothing has changed.
Tone on tone, which we all love.
Although I did put a little bit of weight on over Christmas, so the shirt is now undone with the T-shirt underneath. So I need to get back on the diet. But we are, I am, and I know you are, more excited than I've ever been about this season. We've already recorded some episodes. The first one goes live this Friday the 16th at 12 p.m. UK time. And we can't disclose the people who we've interviewed yet, because we're going to release those over the next few weeks. We want to build some tension, a bit of momentum. But what I can say is we have already sat down and spoken with people that were marketing director for acquisition.com, for the Alex Hormozy and Layla Hormozy. And if you don't know who they are, they run a company called acquisition.com, and they help scale businesses to $100 million plus. So, I mean, and this was the marketing director. I think he was employee number 8 of the business. So he was in there really early on when they were just sort of building this and getting the name out there.
And he's now working with Simon Squibb.
Yes, he is. Yes, sorry, forgot that. Key piece of information.
Another king.
Exactly right.
So,
we've got a lady who built businesses from problems, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, personal experiences that had been not like one being tragic, potentially, and stems you to set up your own business to help other people. Right. So the stories behind that are fantastic.
And she sold one business and threw all that money into building the next business.
Yeah.
So we've got that, and then we've got a gentleman who built a business from his bedroom, from nothing, in his pants, as he says himself.
Yeah.
And sold only recently for around $100 million.
Yeah.
Have an exit for $100 million. So, and we've got loads more booked in with people we're speaking to. So we are so excited for this season.
Yeah. Yeah, the stories are just amazing, and we are, it's all people that are willing to be open and honest and vulnerable as well. You know, it's a big thing, sharing your personal story and being honest about it. So there's some real nuggets and inspiration to take away, and we've loved it, haven't we?
We absolutely have. And I think the really interesting thing is all of the people so far that we have interviewed or scheduled to get on the show, they did build from nothing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were handed money or they had a business already or they had a great start in life. It was just normal beginnings, like most of us. Some, maybe you could argue, were maybe deprived beginnings, but normal beginnings, and they have built something extraordinary. And we tap into not just their story, because we can hear about that, but the how. And one of the really things I'm really excited about this episode is, this season, is off the back of the episodes, we're going to be creating digital workbooks as well, because it's one thing hearing it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. They used X, Y, and Z, but what does that mean in my business? How can that relate to my business? So we pick 2 or 3 key topics that they discuss that help them in their business, and we create digital workbooks that you can download free of charge afterwards and implement them to your own company or have a look at. I mean, they're for you to use as you want. So super excited. If you can't tell already, I can't get my words out fast enough.
Yeah, lots to share. We can't wait to share it with you. Not long now.
Yeah, so I think on that note, we'll say goodbye, and we will see you on Friday the 16th.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.